there seems to be a clear pattern that if and when there is an investigation by foreign authorities that touch on important or well-connected personalities with UMNO and Barisan Nasional, there seems to be there seems to be reluctance on the part of Malaysian authority to cooperate. We have heard rumours about how the non-cooperation of Malaysian authority had led to ICAC dropping the case altogether in Hong Kong. But I think what is more importantly, in India, there is documented proof and complaint made by the Indian authorities to the judge who presided over the case of Ananda Krishnan in terms of the complete lack of cooperation by the Malaysian authority in the investigation. The latest revelation that there is, Dato' Sri Nazri can be considered as being complicit through his son because his son benefited from the 1 million Hummer, and Dato' Nazri being the only person who went on record to clear Dato' Sri Musa Aman and Michael Chia. Of course, that adds a new dimension to the whole investigation. And it is this new dimension that we hope to bring to authorities and Legislative Council in Hong Kong for them to consider. Because when you put all these factors together, it suddenly corners ICAC as if ICAC too was complicit in the whole scheme to cover up the investigation. So we got two objectives. We would like, as best as possible, to know the circumstances that led to the closure of the case, as well as given the new information and developments, we hope that ICAC can consider reopening the case, especially in light of the money laundering allegations. What is of utmost importance to the members of the Legislative Council from the feedback so far is how this case has impacted ICAC's good standing and reputation internationally. ICAC is one of the most important institutions in Hong Kong, an institution that they defend vigorously. So, so far we have received good feedbacks. We have actually written to every single member of the Legislative Council, and we have received response from the 4 coalitions because they too are concerned of how this would have impacted ICAC's standing. We understand that if we just make a blanket application to ICAC, they have few confidential constraints. They cannot divulge information to an NGO or even other governments. I mean, that's understandable because they have to maintain the good relationship with corresponding and counterparts in other countries. But we have been advised that if we were to approach it from the perspective of maintaining ICAC's reputation, the case can be championed and campaigned by the members of the Legislative Council who would be talking to ICAC and to the Operations Review Committee members from the perspective of getting to the bottom of this so that ICAC's good name is not being abused overseas.